New York police are hunting for a gunman who set off 2 smoke bombs and then opened fire in a subway train, injuring more than 20 people.
Now, the police commissioner said the attack is not currently being investigated as a terrorist act, but they're not ruling out anything as the motive is still unclear.
Officials are appealing for information on the gunman, who they believe to have acted alone and is still at large.
Well, let's talk to Haven Orecchio-Egresitz, a senior criminal justice reporter at Insider. Morning to you. Good to see you. Look, are we getting any clarity about what happened and why?
Well, police have not named a suspect in the shooting, but they have identified a person of interest. They are calling him Frank James. He's a 62-year-old man with addresses in Wisconsin and Pennsylvania. So essentially, they found belongings that they believed to be of the gunman at the station. And among those belongings were keys to a U-Haul van. That U-Haul van was rented by Mr. James in Philadelphia. So they're searching for him now. There are police and uniformed officers at every subway station, almost on every corner in New York and the greater metro area. And of course, it was just a chaotic day in New York with people terrified to ride the subways.
Right, we think that he left behind his rucksack, but he's still got a gun.
I'm not sure what he has on him at the moment. Police have not said that, but they have said that he is believed to be dangerous and told New Yorkers to be alert yesterday as they were, moving around the city.
Oh, it's hugely concerning. What do we know about the condition of those who were injured?
So there were 5 people critically injured. As you said, nearly 24 people were injured. Though there were 5 people who were critically injured, they don't believe that those are life-threatening injuries. Many of the injuries were also related to smoke inhalation and part of just the chaos of trying to flee this really crowded station during rush hours. And 10 people had gunshot wounds.
I mean, at the moment, not knowing where he is transport being disrupted? Is the subway still running? I can imagine people will be terrified to get on it.
Yes, people are terrified to get on it, but it's the main form of transportation for many New Yorkers. So, for example, I spoke with a nurse this afternoon who spent hours waiting outside a school that was just outside of the barrier, the police barrier near the subway station for her son. She said that she takes the subway every day, multiple times a day, to get to her patients, and her children also take the subway multiple times a day. And although she doesn't want them taking the subway, of course, especially during the manhunt and an overall increase in subway crime, there's not really another option for them in the places that they have to get to quickly.
I mean, the police may not be saying this is a terrorist attack at the moment, but anything like this it reopens some horrific wounds for New Yorkers, doesn't it? I mean, this must be affecting the whole city.
Oh, absolutely. It reopens wounds about not necessarily just terrorism, but I think it's a fear of a lot of New Yorkers who ride subway stations, knowing that there's not anywhere to go if someone were to pull out a knife or pull out a gun. So really, it was a nightmare come true for a lot of people.
Yeah, and I suppose, as you say, the police obviously aren't saying if they've got any clues, but since they know who he is and they know that he had a U-Haul van, there might be some, I suppose we just don't know, do we, how soon they may make an arrest or at least find him.
No, we don't. Going through a YouTube account believed to be belong to this person of interest, there were many long rants related to news of the day. There was a lot of bigoted ideas related to women and Black women and crime. It's unclear what his motive was for this specific crime, but it seems like he may have struggled with some emotional issues.
Yeah. Oh, well, look, I know you'll keep us up to date with that. Haven Orecchio-Egresitz, thanks very much indeed for that update. Horrific situation.
It is. It's awful because he could do anything. He could be anywhere.
Let's hope he gets tracked down. If
Very
it is
quickly.
this person of interest, anyway, so they haven't named him as the suspect as such, but they seem very keen to talk to this particular person.